nailed it when he said, I just want to see an entertaining game, right? Too many mistakes being made, I felt like, for both the teams on the CD side, and they were also respectively getting punished for it. But yeah, Complexity at least waking up in the individuals in the form of Junior and JT being very instrumental as well. For Order, though, it's a map which, I mean, they can play it, it's just they haven't played it too much. And again, their opposition isn't great. Unfortunately for them, Complexity, JT in particular, loves this map.
Complexity, one of the only maps they have been able to pick up so far against Gambit a few weeks ago. So certainly Complexity feel comfortable on this affair. Vexite boosted up in towards middle, 3-man stack in fact from Order in this spot. So Molly coming in towards mid, Jarrett under pressure first, but it's Grim that's found the first headshot. Finally a kill comes through. It's actually Grim who gets caught through the smoke, and Complexity have decided to back away from this and look towards the A site instead, and Justillo, he's going to be under a lot of pressure, and he's gushed up immediately down to 5. His teammates have rotated over to try and help him out and put numbers on the site, but Complexity putting the bomb down already. Valiance, is he going to get caught by JT? The Glock is waiting for him on the walk back from the ramp, and it's a headshot for JT that eliminates Valiance from play. Complexity up, a player defuse starting to come through. It's being stuck the whole time, and Fine comes in for the kill. Jira goes down. That was damn close.
That got very, very squeaky for Complexity, but Order, I like that commitment immediately, not wasting any time. I liked it from Complexity as well, where they went for a little bit of a ruse towards mid, but then it was going to be an A hit, just drawing out the rotation, just having one defender that was a still low all the way towards a headshot angle, and Fang saving the day there. That round could still easily have gone the way of Order. Forceflight going to be coming out nonetheless for the Australian side, potentially playing their maybe the last map. But I think it was Sponge who he tweeted out how for a lot of these Aussie teams, when he was playing for Vox Seminar back in the day, he made a mistake for their few international experiences they had, just trying to go for the win come what may, instead of using it as more of a learning experience. So we have 3 of the best Aussie teams right now outside. Well, I'll get back to it later on, because they're making these pistols work. It's still an Ekel. 2 quick kills. You're still down to 3 points of health. Bomb dropped as well. And things looking a little dicey for Complexity.
This is not the start Complexity would have liked. Order in a pretty good position. Holding down in towards short is Vexite, who had a very good game on Dust 2. We've seen glimpses of what he's capable of. You don't want to go in towards that short area, that close quarters with his Deagle poised and ready to take you down. Complexity have a minute to play with, and it's about to be some re-aggression coming in from this top ramp.
Junior
swinging from the sandbags. He needs to get some kills here, and he has picked up 1 and a second on the recovery of the spray. And Justillo and Valiance left in a 2 versus 2. This is still a winnable round. It is a little more unlikely now that Complexity have thinned the herd, but here comes Valiance over to help them out.
Second Molotov going to be deployed, and that's going to isolate Justillo right now.
He can get one here. Oh, he's in a good position. Floppy, oh, that's the chance. Justillo's still alive. Floppy's so low. If he just lands one shot, he's down, and suddenly the bomb's down. Floppy's on 6 HP. 1 versus 2 to try and save Complexity for the second round. Not to go down to this force buy. Floppy taps the bomb and goes down. Turns out you can stop the flop. 1-1 as they tie up the scoreline.
Flopped a little bit there, unfortunately, but what a round to be won. I really thought Junior and Floppy just brought that one back, right? But great work from Justillo, just trying to stay alive. And Valiance, we don't really talk about it much because you talk about Vexite, the star. We saw how Ekel just popped off with the AWP on Dust 2, but Valiance has quietly been, I feel like, the foundation for this team, kind of like the pillar, right? That's the solid, stable player who always does his job properly. So that's fantastic for Order, the force bite working out for them, and that's gonna force Complexity to go for a pistol buy of their own. It's not a full investment, however, just Deagles abound for 4 of the members, and Fang just with a tech 9. Just to finish my thought, which I made earlier, for these 3 teams, LFO, you got Renegades, you got Order as well, playing different tournaments right now in Europe. It's about using these opportunities as a learning experience. It's not just about playing the scrims, but even the officials as well. Because let's be real, they're not the favorites over here.
Oh.
But if you can glean a lot, and if you're able to at least deliver and try and learn more from these experiences, that's something you don't, it's so hard to come by when you're living all the way down under. JT, in the meantime, whenever they're a man down, it seems like that's when JT just comes alive.
JT has been pretty solid today. Maybe he won't be at the top of the board with like the top frags, but the kills he gets are really interesting and important and impactful. And we've seen that over on Dust 2. We get these 2Ks that will win them some decisive rounds to stop Order's economy from growing on their CT side. He can do that again here if he can thin the numbers, but he will go down towards the B side. Now Junior and Fang into a 2 versus 4. 35 seconds left in this clock. Valiance is going to hold down his position. Looking to swing out to the right side. Good headshot onto Junior. Follow-up for Valiance is good. And 2 rounds now for Order. They are taking the lead. Complexity unable to get much done with their force buy. And not looking like there's going to be much more than that for Complexity in this round either. They can go for a little half buy, get out a couple of deagles, but Order into a good position. And how important is it for them, Blood, for Order to get a good start here on Vertigo on their CT side?
Oh, absolutely imperative. Like, they need to shut this one down, but they haven't really been tested yet, right? So, apart from that eco round win, which is fantastic, it's just going to be pistols back-to-back. For them, it's about trying to keep as many players alive as possible against these pistol buys coming in from Complexity. They're doing a pretty good job thus far, just losing 1 player earlier. Build up that bank, because it's not going to get easier. It's going to get way more harder once the big guns come out to play for the side of Complexity. Vex side, up, scroll jump.
Ah, it worked. Baits Grim into the fight.
Oh, shut up.
So scroll.
Shout out Spacebar
supremacy.
Gang. Shout out Spacebar Gang.
Yeah, you guys would never have won that situation.
Yeah, Donna actually agrees with me, so I'll take that.
Great. That's fantastic.
That's all I need. Junior and Fang now just left alone with the Deegs, looking to at least inflict some semblance of economic damage on towards Order, but that's not going to happen. Losing 1 member in those last 2 rounds, so money is looking pretty decently stable for the moment. At the moment for Order, for Complexity, the buy is going to be coming out. Junior not going for the AWP buy though. AK-47, understandable this early in the game.
Yeah, hopefully it'd be proficient enough with this rifle Complexity, not with the funds to support it. Maybe just going to the utility instead here. For Complexity's T side, it's their first gun round. Order, pretty good start from them. No AWP on their side yet spotted. Echo in particular had that great performance, so I'm sure everybody is looking forward to seeing more of him, especially if it is his last map. But speaking of, he is down early. Fine, removes him from play.
Just biting down his jugular. Echo. Unfortunately, an early casualty here. Still, 4 very capable members still alive. Valiance has been off to a pretty solid start here, albeit that many of those kills were some Eco Cobra kills coming out from the man. But hey, if that's what it needs to get a little bit of extra confidence, so be it, right? Valiant's going to be holding towards mid, and that is going to be a good position for him to be in, an imperative position, because they're looking to go for this pincer. Grim coming in slightly late, while the remaining members of his team, well, 3 of them are just posturing right outside of B-bombs. At timing is everything. Valiant's going to be caught out in the open, but he finds 1. The second won't be found. Junior with the trade.
And now Complexity move forward into the site with the advantage siding with them. For Order, do they come bounding back into the retake? They're trying to get in good positions to do so. They know they're fighting an uphill battle because they are a player down already. Junior's even wrapping around the backside. His flank could work out perfectly here, Blood, if he makes the right choice. If he gets the right timing, Junior could win this round and end it right now. Vasilla walks right into him. The numbers being cut down. Junior swipes away their legs, and that is the retake called off. No chance now for Order. It's 2 rounds for Complexity. A convincing T-side gun round coming out of Complexity early on Vertigo.
Worrying signs if your Order here. Now, fortunately for them, as we alluded to a couple of times, when they had those 2 anti-eco rounds, right, they just lost 1 player, so they have the bank to work with. They can still purchase the AWP for Echo. Actually can buy it for himself. The rest of them can very convincingly buy rifles for themselves. Maybe Valance might be dropped a gun by Gyra, but good take here. If Valance is able to find both the players there and just hold that position, he could just wait for his teammates to arrive. They could go for the retake, but him getting traded there, great spacing again, coming out from Complexities. They're looking to just tie things up here early in the game. Elimination game, Dinko.
It's pretty wild. Today is going to be cutthroat for a lot of teams. Very short tournament, only 3 days long, and for a team like Order, you never really get opportunities like this. This is going to feel like absolutely essential that they keep this going. Echo, good start into the round, takes down Fang. Yeah, revenge back to back. Vicious vengeance really out of AWP of Echo. And now they're turning your attentions back for Complexity elsewhere.
I like its reaction. Again, very quick decision making coming out from the side of JT, right? Like, they are very decisive in what they want to do here. Immediate pivot back towards the B bomb side the moment they lost Fang. And here they come, slowly sneaking on in. Nice flashbang, but it won't really blind anyone. Valiance, I think his position is known, and he needs to try and extricate himself from this position. He's completely blinded, but Jara to the rescue. And Jara finding a couple, finding all three. Bomb dropped. Okay, then that is the sort of backup you want.
Yeah, Gyro, no one was expecting to step up with 3 there. At a certain point, we're expecting the anchor the back of the site to take a fielder, but Gyro arrives, just takes everybody down.
Oh, there we go. He gets
Finally,
one.
yeah, Valiance, go on. Go on, you can get something for your patience. 4-2, though, Order, showing that it's not just going to happen when Complexity get the guns out, you're going to see them just take this game away. Because that can happen, right, when you're a team that you're going up against a solid roster who are somewhat specialists in the map or just superior to you on it. When they get the rifles out, that's when things can start to look a little tough. But they actually show that here Order are going to go back and forth on gun rounds, and Complexity are down to a weak buy again. They don't have a whole lot of money to go around, so they're lacking utility. In fact, they've had to go to a Galil and a Deagle. Not great here. That's a Harry-style wallbang right there.
Good old Harry. Backside. He's going to send it early on. Ooh, a bit brave from Fang there. The amount of work Fang does, he just creates space for his team. I think it goes unnoticed so many times. Everyone just looks at the stats like, cut this guy. No, he does so much work for his team.
Yeah, he really creates that space to set up the rest of his team. And you look at this team, and so many of them can frag out. Like, even JT was doing that in the last map, and he's not particularly known for his mechanical ability. So Complexity have a deep team of skill. Order going toe-to-toe with them throughout the first 2 maps. We'll see if that continues here on Vertigo. Complexity set up with numbers at A. So Utility trying to discourage and delay this inevitable attack from Complexity in towards this A side. Vexite going to be mollied out of position, but it's still the swings first. Vexite actually able to pick up that first kill, and Equal going for a question up into the short window, and he's actually found himself a chance. Fine goes down, JT follows, and it's just falling apart here for Complexity.
Brilliantly played by Order. Just a trifecta of doom descending on all the members creeping on up. And Junior, yeah, they know exactly where he is. They needed Grim to sneak on in, but they didn't budge. Order that 3 players here, they didn't need to move anywhere. Echo as well. I like how he's holding a more passive angle, but when he realized his teammates are getting pressured, he went a little bit more forward, landing some nice little mini flicks there. And I love the fact that he's continuing his streak, so to speak, from Dust 2. And it's going to be instrumental. Like, he needs to play a very crucial role, especially in this first half, if Order want to see map number 3 being played.
And Order, I think they're doing enough right now, Bled, to give us a real show here on Vertigo. Showing their capabilities, not only pound for pound firepower, but able to react to rotations and dealing with Complexity's T-sided approaches. I mean, it's very early days. You've actually only ever seen 2 gun rounds out of Complexity with full purchase of utility, but Order have dealt with that early. Oh, nice flick up for Vexa. How did they get away with that? How does he still survive? Luckily, Vexite's there to back him up. Shot through the tarp.
All right, a rare miss shot coming in, but Junior with the dig will finally put an end to Vexite. And Heckle holding the cross. They're going to go peek, go for the double peek here together, and he is going to land a nasty little flick. Make that 2. Tinko Echo. He's just putting on a show here today.
Yeah, he's really delivering some impressive Counter-Strike. And as you mentioned earlier, if anybody is just tuning in, more unfamiliar with this team, as I'm sure a lot of people are, because it's not always the best hours to watch some Oceanic Counter-Strike, and maybe they don't play in the biggest competitions. But this guy is on trial with this team, right? He's not even actually in the roster just yet, but Blood, by your money, you want him in the team.
Oh, yeah, 100%. Like, get the contract, just mail it to him right now. Sign this man up. He's been fantastic. I mean, nothing against the player who replaced Ricky, a veteran in the scene, but clearly Echo right now, when it just comes pound just for the opping prowess, he seems to be the better pick.
Yeah, Ricky actually used to play for Complexity back in the day. So.
Oh, wow. Yes. Yeah. Yes. That's a long time
ago. My favorite Ricky moment in Complexity is when his coach had to point out because he couldn't see.
Oh, why did I have to bring that one up? That's Fang. He's going to open it up. He's going to find the lobster. JT. Oh, this is an aggressive flank from JT, and is just opening it up single-handedly, cutting off the rotation as well. And if I'm Echo and Valiant, just go for the save. Go for exits. I'm not even sure why Echo's pushing this far ahead. You have money, but it's not worth it.
Well, he's sticking around. Eventually, just the timing gets him away from that position. So has to draw back into a CT spawn. Complexity a much more convincing round play. And JT, again, finding those little windows of opportunity, finding that space when needed. Has great vision on what Complexity gun round is likely doing to the defense, sees the openings in his mind, is able to make them happen. Because even aware, you know, ready for those quick kills on the way back on those rotators, but those rotators never camp. So, CF call for order, Complexity up to 3. Important round to pick up here for Complexity.
Yeah, much needed round, and important that they keep the majority of players alive as well. For the side of order though, money is definitely not a problem whatsoever. We have 2 players over 10k. We have Ekel just the $250 short of the 10k mark as well. So they're gonna have a full-fledged buy coming out for the CT side. For Complexity though, can they string a couple of rounds together? That's the question here.
Yeah, I think Grim actually is a player who's currently 1-9, and he was one of the top fraggers, if not the top fragger for Complexity back on map 1. If Grim starts to step up a little bit more here, that's another added piece of firepower Complexity could have. So there's more room for improvement. Maybe in this round is where Grim gets involved.
Grim. Flames licking at his feet. He's gonna push on ahead. Slowly but surely pushing back Gyro. He's gonna continue to hold the line behind the sandbags, but he is in such an uncomfortable position. And Grim's gonna team up with his captain to get the kill. Ekel trapped like a rat in the corner, and he will be found by Floppy. That is just so unfortunate for him. Barely a man advantage though, because Grim is still down to 8 HP and is still out, looking to get something done here. His position made untenable. Molotov flushing him out, and he's going to be playing much more aggressive here, right behind the bombs, and just moving around, just looking to find something, but nothing is being given by Complexity. They're slowing it down. It's still a minute on the clock. The flashbang, however, is brilliant from Vexside, but Fang is able to trade.
Yeah, Fang getting that trade back is so important. Complexity still hold that advantage because of it. 50 seconds left, the bomb yet to go down. Junior takes the straight up fight versus Vexsite. Nearly goes down, but Complexity into the 1v3, and they don't even need to plant the bomb because he's still caught in the open. Fine takes him down when he peeks. 4 rounds for Complexity. I think he's still a little bit, at this point, he's starting to become predictable in his positions. He's really just taking that one boost spot and never really moving. So for Complexity, that's a free piece of information every round on how to just negate at least one CT.
It's also like the way Complexity have been approaching the past couple of rounds has been super fast, poking and prodding on you know, the middle of the map, extremities of the map, and just making basically Order just react to what they're throwing at them. And I think they're doing a great job. And also the trading has been good thus far. Great spacing as well. I like how Order win the 4v3. They didn't wait for the smoke to just dissipate. I think it was Valiant's, I think it was Vexside who threw a flashbang for Valiant to push on out. But Complexity, just some good protocols there. I think Fang was playing the anti-flash, just aware for any potential possibility or any curveball Order might be throwing their way, as we do a bit of a tactical timeout getting called, but we're going to be getting straight back into the game. Fortunately for Order, because the bank was so flush with cash, they're going to have enough money for yet another buy to come on out. For Complexity though, 6-4 already. T-side of Vertigo, they're going to be feeling decently comfortable. Ekel looking for the contact play, but a great flashbang is going to force him back to a more passive position.
Yeah, Grim is really chomping at the bit to try and get some mid-action here. He's actually going to charge forward. Good flash from JT. Allows Grim to get that first. Nearly snaps down to the AWPer, but Grim is playing with some force right now. It pushes over the top of construction. Decides to divert the attention away from the AWPer and decides to drop back again. CT smoke comes up. That's pulled Ekel away from this position. He's aware that they could be trying to get in towards elevator. Throws down the incendiary to try and help out Justillo. He will drop back and play him from this side. That tick damage alerts Grim to his position, but is still able to get forward. Brings down Grim. JT caught in the crossfire as well. And suddenly a flurry of kills for Order puts it all onto Floppy and Junior, who are coming in from one side of the attack. They're coming up through ramp. They're trying to get to the site. Ooh. Junior pulling that flick down. Floppy on the lineup for 2, and suddenly a 1v1. Junior versus Valiance. Valiance is high on HP and decides to take a deep breath to relocate his position back towards the CT wall. He's moving out, repositioning quickly. Is Junior ready for such a quick reposition? AWP to clear these close corners. If he commits to the plant as well, it is going to be a close quarter fight. Valiant climbs on top of the boxes and peer down into the site. Junior goes to the shot and knows that he's up against a rifle, and Valiant will bring him down. The elevated position. Junior not with the weapon for the job, and that will be Valiant's to close out a 7th round for Order.
How does it come down to a 1v1 there? What was that from Floppy? I mean, we were watching Junior with the flick, with a bit of a wrist breaker, and then Floppy with a 2K from hell. Oh my lord, that got very, very
it's
sweaty.
It's a Ricky Rampage.
Oh, look at that. Valiance, though, is 15-3, by the way.
Yeah, he's having a fantastic game, and he was, a player that we talk about. He was confident in the interviews, very aware of how Order should approach this competition. Now leading by example, but also performing like a beast. Absolute animal right now, really leading the way in that kill count. Echo, good start to the round, now breaks double figures, taking Junior out of play, and Valiance, another kill for him, nearly a follow-up. This is a Complexity buy, and they're really down bad right now.
Down bad? All right, Dinka. All right. I thought you were down bad. 7-4, though. This Complexity.
Trying to keep up with Zoomer memes, blah.
Yeah, listen, I struggle, man. Like
we got the meme queen meme later on.
Yeah, and listen, I really, in my advanced age, I try to keep up with the memes, and then I look at memes Twitter.
I mean, her name is perfect. She's just a meme.
I'm sure she named it after memes, right? And I just look at Twitter, and I do not understand, comprehend half of what she's trying to say. And I'm like...
The human personification.
But she's got like 500 likes on those tweets, and I'm like, okay, maybe just out of touch, man.
It's a niche audience.
Very niche audience. Here we go, though. Complexity creeping up towards the site where there is no one there. Order going to be playing for the retake. They have 3 smokes, and incendiary, and a lot of flashbangs to work with. Just the one kit in the hands of Gyra. So the retake is definitely within the realms of possibility. In fact, I would even say they have the slight little advantage here. But time is not their friend.
Certainly isn't. They have to be clean, clinical, and approach this retake right now. Here comes the utility to set them up. JT knows they're down in numbers, so he's trying to pull one of these kills back, but he's been caught in the flash, so his opportunity now dwindles as they swing on him. They lock down the site, and now they're on the defuse. They're just sticking it through, and all the numbers down. Complexity unable to really get involved. 8 rounds for Order. They are dominating Complexity right now, Blah.
That's brilliant retake, not even losing a single player and just sticking it. And yeah, Vexite, he's been a little quiet thus far, but he's starting to wake up now. He's a young star of this team. Ekkel as well, even though he's not popped off the way he did in Duster. 10-5 is nothing to really scoff at, but for me, Valiance has been incredible, impeccable on the CD side.
And Complexity with full buys haven't actually done a whole lot.
They have a couple of rounds here and there, but the reaction from Order is fantastic.
What I'm saying is now look at this buy. It's not great. They're lacking utility on definitely a few players here. They've had to drop a couple of rifles down. Floppy has to go to the Deagle, and given what we've seen what he can do with the rifle, you'd love to see him on the AK as much as possible, but Complexity not afforded that luxury. They're leaning heavy B at the start of this one.
Yeah, really haven't had much success towards the B bomb side, though, but considering their A side hits have not really borne fruit of late, it makes total sense. Valiance, though, he's going to be playing an angle which he hasn't earlier, but he's burning alive. He's burning alive.
Crispy Valiance.
Completely blinded, and a spray. The bullets land in no man's land, and that is going to be the B bomb side getting overrun, but it's still through the smoke, able to at least find his counterpart on the side of Complexity.
Yeah, good kill from Stillo. That draws the numbers back into the 4v4. Fine plays close towards CT, and Grim actually at the green generator right now supports Complexity's hold from this side. So Order's task is trying to neutralize and cut down these numbers on the defense for the post plan. Aren't really moving forward too much prowess just yet, and now they go forward into fine position. No, but he's still fragged out. Junior good for 1, but now he's on default, and they're starting to encroach in his position. He has to line up for 2, but only 1, and now it's down to Floppy. Deagle in hand, but low HP on his still. Oh, and it's easy for Floppy on the peek out. 5 rounds for Complexity, done in a pretty emphatic fashion with some weaker weapons, but it's the strength in numbers towards the B side.
Yeah, Valiance was just, even though he's been fantastic thus far, he was burning alive, he was blinded, and he saw all 5 members, and he's like, where do I shoot? And the bullet just land nowhere near where all the other players were. And then again, Fang pushing up close, getting the kill, and despite a pretty decent attempt coming in from Order, great job from Complexity. They knew they didn't really have many tools to work with, and they just made a very, very quick play here towards the B side, and it finally does work out. Heading into the final couple of rounds of this half, it's still anyone's game. Like, if I'm Complexity, you're like, yeah, 5 rounds, we've done enough. But again, at the same time, if I'm Complexity, you want to get those 7 rounds. In fact, they would be looking to have won the half out, right? But Order, if they can make this 10-5 and potentially win the pistol, come the T side, there is a world they can make Complexity bleed.
Definitely. I think we're seeing enough fragging output from them, enough prowess in that front to be able to compete toe-to-toe for Complexity, at least with how Complexity are playing now. So let's see if Order can keep that up. You can have a hot start, but you can kind of blow all that energy in the first couple of rounds or in this first half. It's about sustainability and making sure that transpires across the entire game. Echo been pretty good at getting a couple of these opening picks. This time, not reacting in time. JT emerges from the smoke while Echo's trying to get into a better position. You have to be a bit quicker there if you want to catch out some of these smoke walks. Complexity given the opening kill.
Oh, Vex is just running into the flames! There is no escape route there, and he just commits to the fight, and Fang and Junior having no trouble mopping the players. This defense, it just crumbles in the face of the onslaught for Complexity. And the problem here for Order is that was a full commit on the buy, Dinko, and it's nowhere close to max loss bonus. And they had SMGs and whatnot. They didn't get a single kill. And now, that means heading to the final round of the first half, they're down to just around an average of, what, 2K per player? Just pistols. And an MP9. That's it.
So Complexity managed to beat out Gambit a few weeks ago in the Fun Spark, so they were able to take Vertigo off of them. Not an easy team, one of the best Vertigo teams they've got in the world in Gambit. It was an overtime effect. They managed to get 6 rounds on the T side. Done that already.
Jira.
They get a little bit more. Jira getting aggressive down in below. MP9 looking to spray away. Just one for him. I like the approach here from Order. You know you haven't got a whole lot going for you, so you just try and swing what you can at Complexity. Finally nearly takes down Echo. Will eventually do so. And now it's Valiant into the 1v4. Headshot is good in the first. Looking for the second. Won't be able to do it. Good half from him. Order will lead the way going into the second, but Complexity pull it back to 7. Join us after the break to see how this one concludes.
Rolls for his team on the T side, and he's making a lot of noise here towards ramp. This is cheeky. The double stack towards sandbags. Will they expect to? That's the question.
Surely you don't check it for 2 players. They're trying to bait one out at least. At this point, one has to swing. Who's it going to be? Junior looking like the player that's going to be swinging out first. Actually looking the wrong way. Junior able to peek out for one, and his teammate arrives as well. Grim able to double up alongside Junior, putting Eco and Vexai into the 2 versus 4. Vexai starts to rattle back into play with his teammate alongside of him. They have a minute left. They can leave A, and they can go back to this B site, but even then, a 2 versus 4, it's not looking so great for Order. This has to be a massive recovery out of these 2 players.
And you can see already Floppy. Can't stop the flop, Dinko, and he is making it look so easy. Last man standing, Echo.
Yeah.
He's been fantastic thus far, but a 1v4 with the Glock, not really going to pan out there.
Speaking of flops, right? You know the Australians call flip-flops?
Yeah, thongs.
Thongs, dude.
Yeah, it's amazing. Want to go buy some thongs?
I feel like you could probably, different parts of the world, you could come back with very different products, but...
True, true. I like both.
You can wear both for the beach, I guess.
I'll do it. Just pull off a mankini.
Borat style.
Borat style. I love that movie.
It is fantastic.
Yeah, I was watching with my parents a long time ago. They did not see.
Yeah, they did not see the humor in it. Yeah, it's very particular, isn't it? Although Order Force Buy have decided to charge forward and nearly actually line up a couple of the defense, but fortunately enough for Complexity to keep numbers up. Echo going down as well has really thinned out the herd, and with a round like that, when you find some initial success in taking those kills, you really need it to keep going. You can't let that momentum stifle.
Absolutely, and for Order, I really like what they did here. You know, it was a full investment coming in, but just the spacing was so very, very good. But Floppy, fortunately, coming to the rescue of Complexity, finding the 4th frag for his side. So even if JT and Fang are very, very low, they can play all the way back. The bomb is dropped literally in the middle of no man's land, and Valiant is... Okay, I take it back. Floppy has been taken care of, and now JT and Fang combined 48 HP against the brilliance of Valiant looking to try and get just a trade, but he's looking for more. He even lands a shot, but JT will save his team. But Valiant's, what a Valiant attempt.
Knew it was coming by, but my God, Valiant, that
second shot.
It is filth. So here we go. Floppy goes down. You know, when he gets the shot through the wood, it's like, damn, there's not even a chance for a refrag there from JT. Oh, I
thought he had it. I really thought he had it.
Yeah, it looked like it. It looked like an order round that.
Oh, my Lord.
Complexity are very lucky to be alive in this round. See, their money is still not in a great position, but if they win this without losing too many players, they can recover it.
Yeah, this is a round they need to win without losing a singular player, but Valiant still has an eagle in his hands, and I do worry, I do fear for Complexity here. Floppy playing by his lonesome behind the pillars towards B. I'm not a very big fan of the position, especially when you don't have teammates nearby, but obviously against the pistols, I guess it's fair enough. You know, you won't be really expecting too many Molotovs and nades coming his way. They can have a pretty comfortable time. As Order all grouping up together. 3 Deeks, a P250, absolutely no utility to speak of, and they will be trying to just kind of swarm the site, get the bomb down, get a little bit of extra cash, and that's going to be a win for them. Floppy spots at Vex site, and Valiant again with the deagle.
Grim with the shot back. Valiant hits the deck, and suddenly Complexity looking very, very comfortable. Grim, this is a great round for him to try and pick up some confidence. You know, he's been very, very quiet so far, hasn't been finding that same level of impact he usually can. If he can take down Echo and close it out, there we go. 10-6, Complexity reach double figures, or 10-8 rather. Complexity looking much more comfortable, but here comes the buy round for Order. We've got AWP out in Echo's hands. Now we've seen what he's able to do, and if he has the fragging output of Valiance this time, if Vexite can find a little bit of form, Order definitely have enough firepower to bring it to Complexity. They've got it this close so far. We'll see if Complexity can get it done here to push themselves to 11.
First real test here for Complexity as well. The CD side is still, again, early damage being dealt. Gyra as well, getting peppered, and Fang battling it out. Gyra was just trying to somehow get some real estate for his team by pushing through the smoke, despite the flames being there. Re-aggression coming out from Complexity towards ramp. I love when teams do this, right? Making sure the teams expend all the utility just to battle for control of ramp, not giving it up for free. And actually, a lot of teams, they just give it up. And Complexity, they just keep re-aggressing, poking and prodding, making life miserable for them.
And it's really irritating to play against that with the T's, right? Oh! JT, crosshair placement is so good. And that's the biggest part of JT's success. It's just like his crosshair placement is really good. Maybe in the snappy aim, not always there, but it's like the crosshair placement always allows him to get away with some of these ridiculous picks. JT has really improved on the fragging count. I think that used to be one of our biggest criticisms of JT was, okay, you can lead, but can you frag? He used to not be able to do that, but certainly stepping it up as of late.
Which makes this team even more scary, right? If you think about it. But bear in mind, this is a full buy.
Yeah, this is a full buy, and they just destroyed Order. Valiance is left in a 1 versus 5. AK-47 about to be run down, and not a single player goes down for Complexity. There was a couple of bonus weapons in play here for Complexity as well, right? They have some of the weaker weapons that they can now upgrade, and that money is looking so good. The problem here for Order is when Complexity get money built up on this CT side, it means that even if you manage to win a round against them, they're going to be able to buy again and again. So it's really important that Order pull this into a scrappy game and make sure the economy doesn't build for Complexity.
They got a free AWP and AK-47 upgrade.
Yeah, it's
without
crazy.
losing a single player. That's just massive.
It's the greatest trade deal in the history of trade deals.
That's all we did there. I like the reference. Oh, speed. Speed and Furiosity coming in from Order. They know they don't have the guns to work with here, so just going to try and rely on a blitzkrieg attack, but Grimathy replying back with a couple of his own.
Yeah, this is where Grim really needs to start fragging out a little bit more. You just get some of these kills against some of the weaker weapons. And they get a feel of it here on Vertigo. If Grim just comes into form, even for 2 rounds, 2 gun rounds, you know, that's usually enough. Especially when the rest of the team is playing pretty well. Complexity currently into 3 versus 3. They can sometimes struggle against these low buys. You've seen it come close just a moment ago with Valiance nearly winning out with the Eagle in the 1 versus 3. 1 minute on this clock. Order slowed down the play. They have got an A1S into their hands now, and players are still high on health. Problem is, though, when you try and rotate back to the other side here, Blood, they don't really know what map control they have available, and they don't have any utility to earn any map control. So it is very much going to be a contact play attempt from Order.
And especially when they're all so isolated from each other, right? Walking into an angle, it's not going to be easy. So, yeah.
Gotta wait on Valiance to double up in this mid play. How's the mid situation looking for Complexity?
Junior's there.
Not really watching for it. 20 seconds, though. Not a long time. That's excluding the bomb plant. So, let's see if they can get in towards the side. Flash over the top, and Junior looking to just spot it out.
JT?
At this point, the time's too far gone. JT's going to look back. They have to be explosive. They have to get to the site now, and Junior's holding it off. There's just not enough time to get this round done. You just want to die before the time. You do not want to go down after. You got no money
4 seconds.
if that happens. And Fine wants to eliminate Valiance after this time. He's run down the clock. Now looking for the kill. Valiance! Oh, he's going to make it. Oh, he actually gets the kill as well on the way out. A little bit of salt to the wound of Fine, but 12 rounds in Complexity nonetheless.
I love how Fag at the end is like, all right, I'm just going to dodge. I'm just going to do the dance macabre, try and just wait the 3 seconds. And then once the timer ran out, Vexite's like, oh, sorry, Valiance is like, it's my turn to just hide now. I don't want to lose.
Someone else took away with the kill as well.
That got a little spicy, though. A little bit of squeaky bum time there for Complexity, but it still come out on top, considering it was a very light investment from Order. But 12-8, just 4 more remaining for Complexity to finally win the first series as a lineup.
Yeah, and I mean, it needed to come. And Complexity realized this is an opponent you have to take down. You cannot go out on at this stage of the competition. In ESL Challengers, you know, the first one we've had here, had all the qualification process. We've finally got ourselves in this new studio. We're ready to go with ESL Challengers for this year in 2022. And Complexity, these are the kind of events that you can pick up a lot of confidence. But Echo has eliminated Grim early in the round. That's not going to help Grim's confidence at all here. Floppy looking to try and pick up the scraps as to what has gone bad for Complexity. And oh, Echo not ready. Floppy gets the double on the mid play. They were completely distracted away from his position. Order at least get in towards the site, and the bomb goes down, Blah.
Yeah, but the fact that they have lost complete mid-control, it's a problem. They're going to be pincer, rather all 4 players going to be coming in together. You can see Floppy setting up all the utility. Jaira is going to burn alive. He needs to frag out, and he has the opportunity, but is completely blinded.
He's blind for like 5 minutes, Blood. That flash is incredible. Vexite, Valiance gets the double, and now suddenly a 1v1. Vexite can win this for his team, and he sprays it down. Junior low, and Vexite gets it. Order still pull through, and an unlikely round win, but Valiance does not want to go out yet. He wants to go to a 3rd map, and he is dragging his team through the mud, kicking and screaming.
Double V action, V for victory there. That spray was this is the spray that won it for them. And then of course in the end, Vexite just duking it out, coming out on top. The op not quite able to find its mark. What a hectic round there from Order, but they managed to get it done.
What is this buy from Complexity?
It's called Junior. Get your shots, go kill.
Yeah, it's like Junior, have it all. Oh, Grim, let's go. Mid aggression for the 5-7 is good, certainly for the kill, but it's still treading it out. Back into the 4v4.
It is, did JD, yeah, JD dropped the op to Junior.
Yeah, he bought that was all he had. He had enough for an op. He's like, yeah, have the op, Junior, go ahead.
He IGLs, he drops weapons, he brings them back from man disadvantage situations. He's South African as well, like the guy's just a legend.
Sanji impression right there.
Except he can frag better. Lon is going to hate me for saying that, but
Sanji can't really frag that right now. He's not really playing too much.
Yeah, I need to play to frag. Floppy, bit of a tease with the USP will be found out by Valiance. No trouble whatsoever, as they will risk control of the site and what was the save?
Yeah, like what was the idea here with the op? Like
they were hoping for an A play.
At this point, yeah, you just gotta save it, but you know, go 8 has to be the save call. Order not really in a position to hunt. They don't have a lot of money. So saving the AWP for Junior is no problem in this round, and I suppose that's just an advance payment for the AWP. Use it for the next round. JT's money is still going to suck. He's on $50, so it's not going to be a great buy for Complexity going into this next round either.
I can see Junior potentially dropping maybe a Fabas.
Could work.
For his captain, so that could indeed be the case.
Worst trade deal. Fabas for AWP. I should get an M4 out if he decides to sacrifice utility.
You're talking a lot about trades. I'm gonna start day trading with you, Dingo.
The dangers of trade.
It's not like we're getting paid for casting Counter-Strike, right?
No, not at all. We're just here paid in exposure. It's a pretty dangerous time to trade right now, Blair. It's not looking great.
True. Things are looking very...
But anyway,
grim.
Looking very grim. And speaking of grim, he's on complexity.
There we go. Set it up for you.
Easy segue, you know, seamless.
Smooth. Buttery.
Smooth as a rock.
Speaking of grim again, he is going to be boosted up. This is a bit more of an aggressive positioning for complexity towards mid, because there's been a lot of action taking place towards mid from Order, right? And they've been pretty good on his trades. But this time around, it looks like the A bomb site is going to be the object of Order's affections. The smoke is going to keep them at bay for the time being, but they have a lot of utility and a lot of time to work with, so they can start trying to push and pressure the extremities of the map and try and force out the rotations and just catch them off guard.
And Floppy, if they do go B, will be the first player of contact. They've actually got Fang in a pretty good position down towards ramp. This is that playstyle we're talking about, but Valiance has actually bested Floppy. I believe he spammed through the wood. And Floppy's gone down without even seeing his opponent. So Complexity have lost a pivotal player on that B site already. 55 seconds left, down a man, and without really an opportunity to trade this out. Order starting to group up towards A. Now Fang was playing that close wall, has actually dropped back and playing in towards the short ramp. He actually hasn't been caught by that molly. JT's going to pull the attention. Looking away from Fang. He gets one. He really needed two. Vexite on the double, taking JT and Fang both down. Grim and Junior have to pull off the 2 versus 3.
Junior scoping in early on. Are they going to be expecting him as a question? Smokes will be deployed. Nade sailing in as well, a little too early though. And timing is everything, and Junior plucks Valiance from the air. And now the 2v2 bomb will be planted with 18 seconds left on the clock. And Stillo and Vexite have to hold on.
Yeah, Flash is ready to set up Grim to go in. He needs to go rapid with this M4. Flash is good to just clear out this close position, but Stillo and his teammate Vexite doubled up on the ramp side. Passive setup, they're not looking the right way. Grim, free kill, is still not ready for that potential play. And now it's Vexite, he's got a molly, hasn't thrown it out just yet, eventually will. Goes to the site, there's no kid on the back of these two players on the CT side. That molly can cost him time. Grim gets the kill, but they go back to it. And Complexity able to pull off the retake attempt. Junior sticking the defuse. Should be enough time for Junior here. He's going to stick it through, and he has indeed got it. 13 rounds for Complexity, 3 away from taking this series.
This is, man, you got to feel for them, right? Some of these rounds coming down to wire. What a transfer.
That was how Fang dies.
Okay, all right. But I'm really surprised they were completely oblivious to the fact Grim could just go in for the flank there. And the fact that both Junior and Grim were already at the A bomb site the moment the bomb got planted afforded them the luxury of walking around, taking the sweet time trying to go for that retake. So 13-10. For Order, of course, they will have the buy, but right now they are running out of opportunities here. They need to win a few more rounds. And for Complexity, once more, the pressure towards ramp. It is going to be Fang. And of course, JT, the captain, holding the line. And JT, great find on the X-Call. The second as well. JT is a beast.
He goes back for the dry repeat. I love it. JT just egoing them right now.
JT? JT to JT, just got kill.
With Chad.
What a lad.
Oh, easy kill for Junior. Not a dry peek into the mid position. AWP is going to take that every single day. And Junior, go back for the repeat himself. He looked like he was about to. Decides to come back away from it. Still up. Unable to really gain control back and really not in a position to trade that out. Grim now watches for the mid play. Stilla goes into the peak and just killing a player in sandbags. It's really hard to get the shots to land, especially if you commit to that spray. You can often just miss a lot of the body shots. Vexite now alone. He has been really solid so far, but taking a lot of damage in that first engagement. Second is good. It actually spots out the third. Junior's on the AWP. No! Oh, Vexite, that could have been real nasty, but Junior from the grave, able to pull it off with the itchy.
Oh my lord, that would have been insane. Because Grim was pretty bloody low as well.
Yeah, he was low. And oh god, I seen that happening. Vexite, look at this. NT's in chat for Vexite. This nade, what? So sad.
So quick, so very quick. 27 and 14 for Valiance, though. I mean, losing while almost dropping a 30 bomb would be heartbreak, but it's not quite done yet, Dinko.
They're out swinging if they go out, but yeah, like you said,
I'm just gonna say, like, it's an elimination game, right? But even if they go out, they are going out swinging against a Complexity team. If you look at the elements they have, they are by far the biggest favorites here in this particular matchup.
Yeah,
in fact, some people might even say they're a dark horse for the entire tournament, right? And the fact that they're going out swinging, and it's a complete U-turn from what we saw from them yesterday on Nuke, where I think it was against Furia, where they were completely depleted. They didn't really show anything. It looked like they were very lifeless as individuals. Today they showed up. So even if they go out swinging, even if they go out swinging, and I think they can hold their head up high.
Yeah, I think so. You know, Complexity are definitely the team you should be expecting to take wins all day long versus Order, but this skill is just really fun to watch. Order running it quick through mid. They've actually been able to get in some close situations with these quick plays with the Tech-9s. Junior under a good bit of pressure. His teammates there to help, but Junior doesn't need it. 3K in this round as Valiant and Jira left into the 2 versus 4. Valiant with the Deagle. We know what he can do with that, but not this time around. Jira left alone. Good kill with a Tech-9. Better weapon up there onto JT. AWP of Junior. Around the other side of it, Gyro's down to 9. Don't think it's too winnable to get him out of the situation. Junior will close with the 4K. 15 rounds for Complexity. It's map and series point for them, and for Order, it's do or die. Everything is on this. This could be their last round in the competition, Blur. They don't get many opportunities to play in these events. This is it for the Aussies. No pressure, nothing to lose. Just do something fun.
Just do something fun. Yeah, like that's how you play Counter-Strike, Dick. That's how you win stuff. They have done, I mean, they did go for the Eagle the previous round, just a few Tech-9s and a couple of Deagles being upgraded, so they have everything apart from the kitchen sink in their kit to work with here. But Complexity, yeah, they've looked just indomitable thus far on the CT side. JT as well, 19 and 15, looking to cross the 20 market barrier, and he and Fang have just been just a wall on towards that A ramp area.
It's great to see Fang having a bit more impact as well. I think a couple of these recent Complexity games he's struggled individually. Doing well at the moment. Complexity not with any wild JT swings just yet. They've actually got Junior positioned over to this side of the map, who has had a better showing himself. 4K's going to bolster the stats a little bit against the low buy, but has certainly looked better. He's got himself positioned towards A at the beginning of this one. Take a look at what Order are doing and what they're setting up with right now. It's just a slow default at the moment, just seeing if there is any Complexity aggression, if there's any information finding. But it's not happening just yet as we go under a minute.
JT just such a thorn towards the ramp and Vex site. I had some glimpses of brilliance thus far. 43 HP. They really haven't done much here. In 45 seconds, they need to go for a play.
They're setting up for the B play. You have one player elsewhere. They're actually dropping those players back into A. They had them at the bottom B stairs.
They're trying to sell this.
Back, and now they're going to try and commit in towards the A side. 30 seconds left. Those players now leaving the B side. Vex side goes down. Junior removes in 27 seconds.
Oh, no.
Order, they're running out of time. They're running out of options. This is it for them. They have to go. Nothing to lose. They lose this round. They're out of the competition, and they're barreling into Grim, trundling right into his M4. It's 1 for Grim, kill from Fang, and now just Eco left alone. A 1 versus 3 has to commit to the plant here. The time isn't good enough. 1 kill, still enough time for the plant. He's being sprayed from all directions. Eco gets the bomb down, but not enough. JT takes him down, and Complexity, they finally find a win with this roster in the series, blah.
Look, I've already said, you know, they were the underdogs. They really did put up a fight on both the maps, and I feel like that final round, they got into the heads a little bit too much, right? Just kind of second-guessing themselves, getting a little bit bullied towards ramp, and just going back and forth. We really didn't see them commit to anything until the last very few seconds.